So ionics and metallic compounds. What we want to look at in this chapter is mostly how to name or derive the formulas for ionic compounds. Now the most important thing is we're going to use the groups. And the group number tells us how many valence electrons something has. And of course we care about the valence electrons because those are the electrons that are going to interact. And chemistry is all about interacting of electrons. Alright, so we see here that our electrons in the top shell are called the valence electrons. Alright? So the valence electrons in the outermost shell, those are the ones we care about. Those are the only ones that are generally going to interact. So to figure out how many valence electrons there are, we're just going to look at the group number. And if you look at your periodic table, you'll see there's two numbers on the top. There's the numbers without letters. We don't want to use those numbers. We want to use the number with the letter. So we have our group A's and our group B's. So when I'm talking group numbers, I'm talking about those with A's and B's. Now first thing we're going to do is figure out the charge of an ion. An ion is just an atom that's lost or gained an electron. Now if we focus on the three groups on the left, group 1A, 2A, and 3A, those are going to be our metals. Alright, group 1, 2, and 3, left side are metals, so left side are metals. They tend to lose electrons. And for our purposes, we can say they're always going to lose electrons. Now if you lose something that's negative, that means whatever you have left must be positive. So let's say I have 15 protons, which are positive, and 15 electrons, which are negative. If I lose an electron, my net charge is positive 1, because now I have 14 minuses and 15 positives. So my charge then is plus 1. Alright, so what's group 1 going to do? Well, group 1 has one valence electron. The group number tells you how many valence electrons you have. So it's a metal, and group 1 are going to lose that one electron. And if I lose one negative, my charge then is 1 plus. So if I look at group 1 and I look up lithium, he's going to lose his one electron because he's in group 1. So my charge of that cation will be plus 1. So anybody from group 1 will have a charge of plus 1. Group 2, same idea. Group 2, everybody has 2 valence electrons. The group number matches the valence electrons. The ion will lose both of them. So if I lose 2 negative things, my charge is 2 plus. So if I have magnesium, that's in group 2. It's going to lose its 2 electrons. So a magnesium ion will have a 2 plus charge. Anyone from group 2 will have a 2 charge. And then group 3 is going to follow the pattern. Group 3 has 3 valence electrons. The group number matches the valence electrons. So he's going to lose his 3 electrons. And if I lose 3 minuses, I'm going to have a 3 plus charge. So if I look at aluminum, which is in group 3, he's going to lose his 3 electrons. So his charge is going to be 3 plus. Alright, so on your paper right now, these are groups 1, 2, and 3. Write the formula and the charge for each ion. Go ahead and pause the video and start it again when everyone's done. Alright, now group 5, 6, and 7 are going to be similar. These guys are on the right side of the periodic table. So if they're on the right side, that means they're nonmetals, and nonmetals tend to gain. Now since we're gaining negative things, their overarching charge is going to be negative. We're gaining negative things, so our charge is going to be negative. Alright, so what happens with group 5? Well, group 5 means it has 5 valence electrons. So I'm in group 5, I have 5. Now he wants to get to 8. So if I have 5, I want to gain 3, because 5 and 3 is 8. And if I gain 3, I have 3 negatives. So nitrogen is in group 5. He has 5 electrons. He wants 3 more, so he's going to gain 3 more. So there's his formula. So group 5 gains 3 to get to 8. All right, group 6. Group 6 has 6 valence electrons. He wants to get to 8, so if I have 6, I need 2 more. And if I gain 2 more, the charge of each one is negative, so if I gain 2 electrons, my resulting charge is 2 minus. So oxygen is in group 6. He has 6 electrons. He wants to gain 2 more, so his charge is 2 minus. That's his formula. And finally, group 7. Well, just like the other ones, if I'm in group 7, I have 7 valence electrons. But I want to get to 8. So if I have 7, I want to get to 8. Of course, I have to gain 1. And if I gain 1, its charge is negative, so my charge is going to be minus 1. So fluorine is in group 7. He wants to gain 1, and he gains a negative charge. All right, these are groups 5, 6, and 7 electrons. Go ahead and give the charge of each of these.